was with both of them the previous night. They didn't know.
After recently being featured on the Netflix Unsolved Mysteries series, Wednesday will mark 20 years since Joshua Guimond went missing. November 9th, 2002, Joshua went to a dorm party with friends on the campus of St. John's University. Just before midnight, he left that party and has not been seen since. Now, after some renewed focus on the case and releasing images of people investigators are looking to identify, the Stearns County Sheriff's Office says they've received more tips within roughly the last 10 days than they have in the past 2 decades. I recently had a chance to talk with one of the investigators who also worked the Jacob Wetterling case, and just like that case, he hopes once again to see this mystery get solved.
Lieutenant Zach Sorenson, thank you so much for joining us. I guess the first question I have is, since some of this national exposure, Netflix recently, have you received more tips like you were hoping for?
We have received numerous tips, both from the national level and most importantly from here in Minnesota. As we think this case is centralized here in Minnesota, we think the answers are here in Minnesota. We're grateful for the numerous tips that we've gotten from individuals in response to our request for tips and leads on this case.
In addition to that information with Netflix and kind of getting that national exposure and reaching a broader set of people, your department also recently put out these images, and we're going to show those on the screen. Tell us what we're looking at. These are some pictures of people that you found on Joshua's computer after he went missing. Is that right?
So these photos are images that were taken from the data storage on Joshua's computer that was in his dorm at the time of his disappearance. Now, we've had these photos as part of the investigation for some time, and it was a strategic, thought out, investigative step to release these because we haven't been able to identify these individuals. And we know that there's individuals in these photos that have nothing to do with this investigation. But what we don't know are, or if any of these individuals do have something to do with this investigation, or what has or where Joshua is today. And that's what we're hoping the public can help us with, is to identify these individuals. And then we can start to take it a step further and figure out where they were in 2002, what led up to that time frame, and if they had anything to do with where Joshua is today or what may have happened to Joshua.
And this is the very first time you're putting those images out?
This is the first time that they were released to the public, was a couple weeks back. Again, it was a strategic investigative step along with Unsolved Mysteries to try to get some identities on these individuals.
Can you say, and you might not be able to because we realize it is an open investigation, but has anybody recognized themselves in that grouping of photos and said, hey, that's me from 20 years ago? Or can you not say?
I can say we thought maybe that would happen, that someone would reach out to us and say, hey, that's me. I have nothing to do with this investigation. That's a picture from, wherever. We haven't had that, but we have had lots of tips on other individuals who say, that picture is so-and-so, and I'm confident in that, or this, that, and the other thing. And we're reaching out to those people to follow up, to corroborate, figure out where those people were in 2002, where they've been since, and where they are today.
We know, you know better than we do, so many questions over these 20 years for, the family, for people that know Joshua, and just kind of the unsettled nature of just going missing without a trace. And there's been these questions, maybe call them theories of, is it a serial killer or along the 94 corridor, or, things like that. How do you get through 20 years of memories for hopefully people that come forward, but also tips that are coming out, and kind of separating what is worth following up on 2 decades later versus somebody that saw, an unsolved mystery special and is getting excited about trying to help in some way?
Yeah, it's a tough task to do, but we have to put ourselves in people's shoes back in 2002 and the experiences they've had since then. We can't, because of our bias or our opinion, eliminate any tip. We have to follow up on each and every tip, which becomes time consuming, but that is what it takes to try to solve some of these cases.
Lieutenant Zach Sorenson, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome.